Welcome back to the Hogs AWOL Let's Play. In this part we are doing two missions again, but the slightly longer missions. Oh boy. But now we're in Beliopolis. And this mission is one I am a little mixed in how I feel about it. I definitely had a decent run in this, like things went fairly well with it, but usually this one gives me quite a bit of trouble. And one of the main reasons why I do have a lot of problems with this is because, well, two main reasons. One is you have to destroy these artilleries, and you, like, the reason why you have to destroy them is for promotion points. And that can be a bit of a problem when the enemy team climbs in. The other issue is getting up the hill where these artillery are, because this is also where the promotion points drop. It can be a bit of a problem because you can only climb up one side, and if the bridge goes out then you have to have a jetpack spare. Now, to alleviate one of the problems of the enemies getting inside the artillery, it turns out it's actually a lot easier to just use a super TNT on the commando rather than the artillery, because it means that there's not a commando in there to take it. And for some reason the grunt, like, this only happens when I blow up that commando. The grunt trips on the bridge and skips his turn, because I guess the AI just doesn't know what to do because they tripped. So what I'm doing is I'm going to send two of my commandos up, and I'm going to leave one. I'm going to leave one of the commandos so there's a spare jetpack in case someone falls off. I'm going to get in this artillery so that obviously the grunt doesn't get in. And then I'm going to fire at this guy. It'll take out the bridge, but it'll kill him too. The bridge is out! Now, I wasn't intending for him to land on top of the artillery, but at least more damage to the artillery then. Now, a thing I forgot to point out is this mission actually starts with an enemy dropping in to the map instead of us, and then as the level progresses we get more and more gunners dropping down. And well, thankfully it is just gunners, because they're not really that much of a problem. Another thing that made this mission so much harder for me when I was especially when I was younger, was I didn't even know that that drop zone had a super TNT in it. So, like, that would have been so much, like, even if I didn't know about the whole, like, killing the commando with a super TNT, that still would have been a really useful tool to use against the artillery. But yeah, I'm just gonna focus my fire on these, try and take them out quickly. The sooner we get them out, the sooner we can pick up medals and then actually focus on the pigs that we're fighting. Now, it's actually a pretty rare occurrence. I think this used to happen to me, but maybe it's because I used to play on a disc that was really scratched, so it actually fixed that. But apparently that is almost guaranteed to happen. That gunner will just walk up and punch the air. Maybe he's like the French pig from like a couple of missions ago. Maybe he saw like a spider or a fly again. He's like, oh, mosquito. Although we are running out of time, so we're just gonna blow him up, I guess.
Anytime.
Like, even if we end up killing him, it's
Thank you for letting me pass.
it's fine. Now that was actually our first time against a commando, I believe. I don't think we faced against one yet, have we? There's something interesting with the commandos in the fact that they forgot to program something with them. The pigs have different facial expressions, like they've got like angry eyes and happy eyes and stuff, but they also have a smiling like mouth and a open mouth for, like, you know, shocked or angry or something, kind of. With the commandos, they forgot to program that, so the commandos are constantly smiling. So like even when they're shot at, they're still smiling. So I don't know. Maybe all that training is like turned them into like Gamagori and made them a bit like masochistic. I don't know, they got big snouts, maybe they're masochistic like Gonzo. Just one of these pigs is just waiting for them to be fired out of a cannon. I'm not going to get inside that artillery though, because it is close to blowing up, and well, actually I think this one is fairly far away from blowing up, but if I'm inside it, it will probably explode while I'm in there, and that will definitely make me fall off the hill. That's why I'm not shooting at the one that's nearly destroyed, because I can just get my other pig to climb out and blow it up himself.
On the moors.
And hopefully the cluster will, well, I completely messed that up, but I was going to say hopefully that would do quite a bit of damage, but alas, I didn't. I forgot that artilleries aren't pigs. They don't fly up in the air when you throw stuff at them. Now the medal actually falls on the opposite side as to where the artillery is. That's the thing that can make it a bit tricky about making sure you know which one to blow up and making sure you've got pigs on both sides, especially if the bridge is taken out.
What shall I do?
Now I want to just step back to a topic I was talking about in the last part with the content. There were a couple of other things in the game that were there's a lot in this game that was like cut or was just ideas in older builds that just didn't work, but there are these things called sheep, and I think the thing is I can't quite remember. I think the sheep are indestructible, but they also explode at the same time, or something like that. I think it was, maybe they took it out because it was too similar to just the fact that worms have a sheep. I'm not so sure. I did try to get him out of bounds, but it didn't matter because he's dead anyway. They also had lava, like, as an alternative to water. I think it worked a bit like water, but instead of you swimming on it, you, I think, either walked slightly slower or you just took damage as you walked over it. And then there were special tanks that were immune to lava.
This potato is for you.
Is he gonna knock me off? Ah, he knocked me off. You shouldn't have done that, mate. I mean, that's not good, because that's why I needed to save it. Because yeah, getting knocked off really just for this mission, it's bad. Can really mess you up. None of this is good. That's why it's called a war. To quote a certain knucklehead who, you know, got rid of 80% of his forces in a plan he thought up in a minute. But before I send anyone else up there to try and reclaim that ground, it's best to at least let the medals drop first. So when they do get up there, they can just pick it up in case they get knocked down again. I think all the reinforcements have dropped by now. So what I'm trying to do though is I'm trying to find that other way to get up, and I think it's this way. Oh nope, it's on the complete other side. So luckily the hill that we did get knocked off is the one that we can actually climb back up.
I'll give it my best, sir.
I'm not sure if I've talked about the airship yet, but the airship can be very favourable or very unfavourable. You can actually hit it, it will blow up, it will drop a weapon, usually something very powerful like an airstrike or a fire rain airstrike. It will also block some smaller stuff like bullets. So sometimes you got to be careful if you use a medicine dart on yourself and you shoot it straight up, because you can hit the blimp. It is actually possible to get inside the blimp. I can't remember if there's an airstrike inside or if there's just nothing, but it's there's not really any reason to do it. And you can't do it through normal means, so yeah, we got our first medal. We've just blown up the artillery to get our second medal. Probably shouldn't leave Jet Ski to skip many more turns because he's gonna get a bazooka soon. We don't want that. Might as well send one of our pigs up and reclaim what is ours. What is mine. I'm the one playing the game. Okay, now we can just pummel the enemy. I think we'll just use our trusty cluster grenade. Yep. Thankfully, because gunners are pretty weak, if you are lucky, you can take them out in one go.
I am worm food.
So yeah, we just got this one pig left. I think he might be getting a bazooka soon. Unfortunately, we don't really have anyone that close to him to manipulate his AI to just use pistols. But hopefully we can get there fast enough and distract him at least. Fortunately, spies don't have cluster grenades, so we can't take him out in one shot. But we can keep pickpocketing him. Well, that's everything gone, so let's just shoot him in the face. Can you imagine using a sniper rifle that close to someone? Would that just like blow their head up? Ah, he got his bazooka, but he decided he didn't want to use it anyway. Is he on strike? So, he doesn't agree. Maybe he's like, maybe I will. Is it too late to declare myself as a conscientious objector? But it doesn't matter. He's dead now.
I didn't feel a thing.
Well, there's some truth to that. He didn't really feel anything because, well, he didn't do anything either. It's usually Qui-Gon who's the one who doesn't sense anything. So yeah, I think that's our first mission where we get 4 promotion points. But now we're coming to a mission which is very easy, but also, like, annoying. I forgot to mention too, I left my spies till last to promote because I just find pickpockets so much more useful than the medics, like tools. If I was playing hard mode, I'd keep the medic last. But when we're playing normal mode, it's easy enough that we don't need to keep the medic at this point. Now this mission is actually very, very easy. It's a bit harder on hard mode because of airstrikes, but it is actually possible to beat this mission in 2 turns. The only issue though with this is if you are playing the European version of the game, because there are 2 bonus medals in this mission. The second medal, or I think it's the first medal actually, just never drops, and you can only get 1 medal and it's impossible to get the other. If you're playing the American version, you can get both medals, but the only way to do it, and the game doesn't tell you this, is apparently you have to destroy the tents in a specific order, otherwise both won't drop, and only 1 will drop.
Does that mean me? Hey, come on then.
So what makes this mission so easy is you're against a load of commandos, but they're all at 30 health inside their MASH tents, or their medic tents, and the medic tents only have 40 health. So when they blow up, it takes 20 health off the pig, and it leaves them with 10 health. So, because these 2 were in the same tent, well, they both died because one blew up next to the other. And when they're really damaged, they don't want to use their turn to do anything except, like, heal themselves. Unfortunately, we will be dealing with a couple of pigs who have healed themselves. But they're just going to use their sniper rifles. Really, the main thing you just have to be aware of is not ending the mission too quickly so you don't get your medals. Because you could very easily just take out the pigs without actually like taking out the tents. Strangely though, I think it's an older build of the like PS1, like the PAL version of this game. Unless if it's maybe the unless if it's like maybe just the very first releases, like the medals do drop. If you're playing the PC version, this is fixed, so you don't have to worry about it, PC players.
This could be a victory of legendary proportions.
So I think what I might do here is might see if I can be a little tricky, and I don't think that jetpack hit him, but I think what I'm trying to do is position. Oh, I don't think I'm doing it this time, but you can position a pig to where, if you know where the medal's going to drop, and oh no, that is what I'm doing. I think I'm doing that to try and save a jetpack in the turn. But it would obviously depend if I could blow up the medic tent from over here, but it seems I'm not even trying to do that. I'm just trying to get this one commando. It doesn't really matter.
No good, sir. Let's send them packing.
Now, you might be wondering, for those who don't know, the spoilers further ahead for this game. Like, oh, well, what do we do about the medal that's missing? How do you get all the medals in the game? Well, there is a unintended method of getting an extra medal, and we'll be using that method when we come to it, and that's how we would get all the promotion points. Unfortunately, because we are behind on one, it does mean that a couple of levels later on we should have a commando, but we don't. And I think there's one where we should have a hero, but we don't. And also, I just happened to position him in the perfect spot. I don't think I don't remember like looking it up or anything. I don't think. Not to brag, but I guess I have a good sense of coordination? Question mark. But thankfully, this pig is nearly dead. We can just fly straight over to him, blow him up. This is one of those missions where it is very easy to knock a pig off the map. So, I guess if you didn't get all the promotion points, maybe an engineer might be a good choice. Well, get your saboteur and super shotgun him off the map. He is at a bit of an awkward angle. I'm not sure if I can properly cluster him to death. No, and I might end up... Okay, thankfully I didn't hurt myself, but... Okay, Hagrid's gonna be pretty low on health. Good thing he's on... Kung Fu's on 40, we can just shoot him once and be done with it. I have to say, Wallace has been pretty murderous in this version of him. He's like... Maybe this is an alternate universe where Gromit got killed and like Wallace is doing a John Wick. It's like that dog was the last thing that was left to me by Lady Tossingham. Well, anyway, yep, one of the easiest missions in the game complete. Fortunately, we can't get all the medals, but doesn't matter. Well, we'll get them next time. And by next time, I mean never, because it's a bug. But with that, we will be 1 promotion point short of... I think the final commando on our team. Yep, unfortunately. But in the next time, we've got a bleh mission. See you then.